For this next problem, 1 out of 6 plus 3 out of 10, I would still start by stacking the problem, 1/6 plus 3 out of 10. The second step is to look at your denominators. So again, you may want to have your child highlight the denominators in blue so that they can easily see which numbers they're looking at. Since the denominators are not the same in this case, you're going to have to find a common denominator. So we set our lines up like this to find a common denominator. Now most students find it easiest to multiply the two numbers together in order to find a common denominator. Although this will not automatically give you the simplest form in the end, it is easiest for many students to see that 6 times 10 would have both 6 being able to go into 60 and 10 being able to go into 60. A smaller common denominator in this case would be 30. If they can see that to begin with, then that would be best to start with, again, just so that you have less simplifying to do at the end. So I'm going to start with 60 on the bottom. So now I have my common denominator. Next I ask myself, what did I do to the 10 to get to 60? And I multiplied it by 6 to get to 60. I'm only looking at this fraction right now, so I can completely cover up the top fraction. Since I multiplied 10 times 6, I also have to multiply the numerator by 6. And I'm multiplying straight across. 3 times 6 equals 18, just like I did here with 10 times 6 equals 60. So now that I'm done with this fraction, done meaning I found an equivalent fraction for 3/10, but I found 18 out of 60. So I can completely ignore that one, and this one will be my new fraction. But I need to find my new fraction for up here. So I'm going to look at 1/6. I asked myself, 6 times what gave me 60? That was 10. Since I multiplied 10 to the denominator, I need to multiply 10 to the numerator. Again, I multiply straight across. 1 times 10 equals 10. It helps if your lines are directly across from each other, your fraction lines, fraction bars. Now I have two new fractions that I'm looking at. I can completely ignore the first fractions that I had because these new ones are the same as these old ones, except they're written in a new form. Now is when I would be doing some highlighting again of the bottom denominator numbers. So since this bottom is 60 and this bottom is 60, I'm going to keep 60 as the denominator. Then I would highlight my numerator. Sorry, I have to reach over. Again, this time I highlight the operation also to remind the students that that is the operation I am doing to the numerator. Denominator, keep it the same. The numerator, you do the adding because that's what the problem asks you to do. So 10 plus 18 is 28. And that is your final answer.